Paul Stirling struck his second Royal London One Day Cup 100 this season to aid Middlesex to an important 74-run victory over Sussex in Hove. Ben Brown's decision to insert backfired as the Middlesex openers Stirling and Nick Gubbins batted through 35 overs in opening up with a sensational stand of 198. Both batsmen found the gaps and punished anything loose as they passed Middlesex's previous first wicket best against Sussex, the 160 made by O.A. Shah and Justin Langer 19 years ago. Gubbins struck the first 6 of the match on a slow pitch where both batsmen had to work hard. Shortly after passing his 50 off a patient 68 balls, a thigh injury meant that Stirling had to bat with a runner, but that didn't seem to hinder him any as he twice cleared the rope off Luke Wells. Gubbins got to his half-century with this boundary, the 63rd delivery he'd faced, and by now he and his opening partner had put their side in a very strong position. And on they went, with the total passing 150 in the 29th over. The home support may have wondered where a wicket was going to come from as Stirling closed in on his second century in 3 Royal London games, one he eventually got off 112 balls. Just before he got there, Gubbins moved into the 80s with his second 6, this one off Danny Briggs. Then at last Briggs got one past the bat to win an LBW, although Gubbins on 86 may have wondered if the ball had pitched outside leg. In next came Owen Morgan with a licence to play his shots, and he soon cleared the rope off both Briggs and David Wiese. With 10 overs left, the score read 228 for 1. But the Sharks, to their credit, fought back after Stirling departed for 116, sweeping Briggs to Michael Burgess. Morgan followed for 23, he smashing a low and wide full toss from Ollie Robinson straight to Harry Finch. From their lofty position, the visitors would have hoped to pass 300, but John Simpson, who was dropped 3 times, and Hilton Cartwright had to wait for the right ball to bring up a couple of maximums late in the innings. Middlesex ending on 286 for 4, with Cartwright out at the end for 27. On this surface, such a chase was going to be tough for the Sharks, even more so when Phil Salt, in for the injured Luke Wright, was bowled by Stephen Finn for 5 at the start of the 4th over. He was swiftly followed by Wells for 13, Finn striking again, Morgan completing the dismissal with a catch at point. When Finn came off, his replacement Ravi Patel then had Finch superbly held in the deep by subfielder James Harris, before the bowler got one through Brown in his next over to leave the Sharks on 61 for 4 in the 18th over. The game looked lost, but Burgess took on the bowling of Cartwright. He was making batting look a little easier than the rest. Indeed, he raced to 37 off only 24 balls before he was caught by Nathan Souter off Patel. So it was now left to Wiese to see what he could do, and for a short while he just about kept his side in contention, these 2 sixes coming in the space of 3 deliveries. He then added a third, but the rate required was still at 8 runs per over. Laurie Evans had batted solidly in making 34 before being bowled by Souter. And when Robinson fell to Patel's last delivery to give the bowler figures of 4 for 58, 97 runs were needed off the last 11 overs with only 3 wickets in hand. The excellent Finn then returned to get one through Briggs. And it was all over, bar the shouting, when Wiese fell to Souter for 57. And that shouting began 4 balls later as the leg spinner bagged his 3rd wicket. Ishant Sharma out as Sussex were dismissed in the 44th over for 214. The 74-run victory put Middlesex into 2nd place in the South Group with 3 wins from 4. Sussex are in 5th with 2 wins and 2 losses. Both play again on Sunday. The Sharks in Bristol against Gloucestershire, while Middlesex head to Taunton to face Somerset.